The world's leading killer is not the Scottish cuisine, although it is a contributor to it. You know what it is. It's coronary artery disease, heart attacks. So in this video, I'm going to remind some of you and explain to all of you how your bike is a time machine. A time machine not just to kick against mortality rates, but to access a level of fitness that you might not be tapping into. What I call the 3 Fs: fitness, funness, and fanniness. I'll explain all. Okay, let's talk about your fitness now. And what I mean by that is your VO2 max. Your VO2 max is way more important than your FTP. I know you've improved it recently, you've done a 10-week plan and you've got your highest threshold score. It doesn't matter because your VO2 is the verification, the validation of long-term training. And your VO2 is linked to so much more than just your fitness. So you've got to test it. Oh, you've got a watch that gives you a score. Great, if you can use that, fantastic. But I would rather you get on the bike and you test it. You don't have access to a lab, a university, you don't need it. This is a short video, but if you want to learn how to test your VO2 max, check out the free training that I've done on how to test, how to measure it, and the workouts you should be doing to progress it. Once you've got that number, we can validate it against charts that will show you your age category. Now, I believe that anybody can get in the top 25%. People in Bulletproof, they're striving to get in the top 1%. Where are you on those charts? Because those charts are directly linked to mortality rates. Holy shit, yes. If you can get into the top 25%, you're giving yourself a better chance, not just to complete a sportive, go uphill faster, compete in the local crit ride. They're giving you a chance to access life at a higher level. Because you know yourself that life is a shitfest. Life is about dealing with battles every day. It's about up-leveling yourself to take on the big boss every day, like some fucking game that we play. But if you get it right, you'll improve your fitness, decrease your fanniness, but you'll access higher levels of productivity, higher levels of enjoyment. I tell you what, as long as there's breath in me and life in me, I am going to push. I'm not looking for longevity of life, although I would like to be the world 1-hour record holder at 100 years old. But I am looking to enjoy my fitness, cash it in with life, socially, mentally. Can you say that? Or are you fatigued all the time? Because you're in a training block. You're getting something wrong. So I'm 53 years old and my VO2 max is over 60. Now, does that make me some kind of superstar? Well, my FTP has virtually stayed the same for over a year. But with that VO2 max comes great enjoyment of my fitness. I can do what I want, but I've worked at it for a number of years. Now, you might be thinking, oh, that's okay for him. He's a coach. He's been an athlete all his life. But the thing is, too many people just want that shortcut. Your VO2, whatever score it's at, you can improve it. Don't listen to people that say it's not trainable. Oh, it's massively influenced by genetics. That is true, but that's true for a lot of things. You can move it forward. You're sitting in a position with the ability, okay, to use your bike as a time machine. Your bike will allow you the access to fitness at low intensity, less stress on your joints, that just superpowers your fitness. Now, let's say you're the type of person that's sitting back and saying, yeah, that's bullshit because you could die at any point. Yeah, you could die at any point. There could be a car accident, you're hit by a bus out on your bike. What are you talking about, coach? Well, that means that you score 100 out of 100 on the fanny scale, because if we live our life worrying about what things might happen, then come on, you know better than that, don't you? I live my life in a way that I am going to explore and make sure each day is the best I can be. So when we face up to those tiny little decisions, shall I do 5 minutes more on my indoor trainer even though I'm bored? If you can accept that the small choices that faces every single day are the very things that add up over a year, over 5 years, over 10 years. That's what makes the difference. It's not how motivated you are on a Monday and how demotivated you are on a Tuesday. This happens to all of us. You've got to have that belief that you can keep going day in, day out. It's not a struggle, because when you enjoy it and you have this vision of where you can move yourself to, it becomes much easier. Now we've got to talk about something else linked to VO2 max. And that's something that a lot of people, they don't like to hear it. They don't like to talk about it. And that is a set of scales. The best upgrade you can make before you buy your carbon wheels, before you buy your carbon bottle cage to save 0.000 something of a gram, get yourself a set of scales that will measure fat and muscle. Yes, because it's important. Your VO2 is linked to your weight, your relative VO2 score. Before you can map it on some chart against your age, you need to know your weight. But people don't want to talk about weight now. Oh, this is a video about fat shaming. Look at him, this skinny bastard. It's okay for him. Well, it's not okay for me. I have approached health and fitness all my life. Fitness has been something at the core of my daily routines. Now, I do have that challenging disease that has made it difficult for me, but in all my years of coaching, 30 plus, thousands of athletes, people who are targeting weight changes, it's easy. And we make it confusing because we create obstacles. And those obstacles we create in our way by telling ourselves that it's too difficult for me to do it are the same ficking obstacles they put in the way for getting on the bike, for getting out on a rainy day, for just finding the time. If you can just wipe away all that shit, okay, and actually look at what would make you happy. And to understand that if you make even 0.5% progress per day, you're going to get there. And you can do it. So, measuring your fat and your lean tissue is key. Why? Because if we go back to longevity of life, fighting mortality, VO2 is supported by strength. Strength is something that you're going to lose fast. Since the age of 40, it's been declining, probably before then, depending on your level of motion. So we have to attack lean tissue. Now, I'm not talking about turning you into some Adonis, not like me. And you're probably looking at this thinking, it's okay for him, skinny little shit. He looks like an extra from Trainspotting. Spuds, stunt double. It's not about me, it's about you. And if somebody has called you a fat bastard, they don't probably mean any harm by that. What they're trying to say is, look, life is full of protective measures. You can't fat shame people, coach. I'm trying to help you. I'm trying to make you understand that if you do things gently, gradually, daily, keep turning up, you will progress. But if you've already put the blinkers on just because of the way I look or how easy I might make it sound, then there is a block in your life somewhere and it's stopping you making that progress, because everybody has challenges. But if you can take those scores, your fat and your lean tissue, and you can start to see them improve, guess what happens? You start to access that attic space. You start to see the progress and you'll keep going and you'll keep going. Now, in my coaching, the philosophy is add good things and bad things start disappearing. That happens. The better you eat, the more difficult it is to eat the shit. Okay, so you keep adding the good things in. Dead simple. The more workouts you do, the more you will turn up for more. Completion equals compliance equals confidence. You become fitter, less of a fanny, and life becomes more fun. Okay, that's it. Check out the free training, how to test and how to progress your own VO2. It'll change your life. It won't just change your life, it'll extend your life. You stay safe, keep smiling, keep spinning, keep swearing if you want. As Queen said, who wants to live forever? Well, maybe not all of us, but I want to live and have fun. You take care. I'll see you in the next video. I hope my wife doesn't see me cycling over the lawn.